30 cents. Number 9 ran fourth. That was Beulah Road, and number 11 was fifth Sir Volk. Nicely placed up to the turn, but I noticed hanging badly in the run down the straight, Sir Volk.
Well done, thank you, Johnny Russell. Now race 1 at Queanbeyan. Alonso's Girl at $4.80, Cairns Owner at $5.90, Pour the Drinks number 3, $1.80 is the favourite, 15 for number 4, Ogan Bay, Tipsy Bells as a scratching, 41 for Royal Office, Russian Dance at 11 and Staying Square at $14 for the first event at Queanbeyan, which gets underway pretty soon. Favourite is number 3, which is Pour the Drinks, and it is also the selection. They are moving in. We'll take a short break, then off to Tony Campbell. Here's Tony.
Bay to move along. Moving in well. Just waiting on Ogan Bay, trained by John Morrissey to move forward. Pour the Drinks the favourite on the tote. Canzona Royal Office stands up. Russian Dance is in. Alonso's Girl down towards the inside stands up. Number 5, Tipsy Bell, the one scratching. This is the first of 8 here at Queanbeyan on Star City Newmarket Day. Now Ogun Bay goes up. So they're boxed and ready, 1,600 metres. Waiting on the starter to go up onto his ladder to release the field. Weather fine, track rated good. Weather fine, track is good for the Star City meeting. Now the starter about to move up onto his ladder. Canzona stands up. Pour the Drinks 2 from the outside. They're set. Racing in the opening race, and Russian Dance down towards the inside, and Alonso's Girl got away well. Prominent is Staying Square, followed by Pour the Drinks going up on the outside. The next one behind those as they sort themselves out, Ogan Bay, followed by Royal Office, and about 3 then Canzona at the tail of the field. As they settle down and race up the side, they go towards the back of the track, and the leader was Russian Dance under a good rain. Little Speed On leads by about 1 3/4 lengths in front of Pour the Drinks the favourite. A neck off third on the inside was Staying Square, followed further back to Ogan Bay. Then down towards the inside was Alonso's Girl, pulling and keen to go a little bit faster. Further back behind those, Royal Office second last, and 2 1/2 then. Canzona at the tail of the field in the back straight as they race inside the 1,000 metre mark. Little change in the order where the leader was Russian Dance, getting close to the favourite. Pour the Drinks about 1 length away. 3/4 of a length down on the inside was Staying Square, 1 1/2 than Ogan Bay. Further back behind those, Alonso's Girl, followed by Canzona, who's starting a run now, and Royal Office is last of all. As they leave the back and commence the run up the side, they've got about 700 to go. Race 1 Queanbeyan, and Russian Dance is the leader. Pour the Drinks getting closer on the outside. Down towards the inside, Staying Square, followed by Ogan Bay. The next one was Alonso's Girl, followed by Canzona, who's taking off around the field, and last of all was Royal Office, but they're packing up as they race towards the turn. They've got 350 metres to go, and Russian Dance leads. Pour the Drinks on the outside is applying the pressure, followed by Alonso's Girl running on, and down towards the inside, Staying Square. Further back then, Canzona's coming right down the outside. Many chances with about 150 to go, and Pour the Drinks has raced to the lead. Alonso's Girl on the outside is trying hard. It's Pour the Drinks in front, getting down towards the line, and Pour the Drinks will hold on. Pour the Drinks first, Alonso's Girl second. Third in the race was Canzona, followed by Ogan Bay. The next one was Staying Square, and the last pair across the line, Royal Office in company with the early leader Russian Dance. Number 3, the winner, Pour the Drinks, ridden by John Scots. A perfect ride, was always travelling comfortably behind the leader, and Pour the Drinks held off a challenge from Alonso's Girl and Canzona. The numbers are official now, 3-1-2. Number 3, the winner, Pour the Drinks, trained by Barbara Joseph. John Scots, a bay gelding 4 by Nabapur out of Vashatina, raced by E.A. Bongiorno. Second, Alonso's Girl, trained at young by Brett Rose and Alan Abrahams. A bay mare 4, Savage Toss, out of Alonso's Wish. And Canzona, a bay gelding 4, Vain Carrioy, out of Musical Enterprise. Never Late Queanbeyan, Jamie Late was the rider. 3-1-2 official. Number 4 was 4th, Ogan Bay, and number 8 finished 5th in the race. That was Staying Square. So the numbers are official, 3-1-2, 140.12 the time, 140.12, and we'll have further details from Queanbeyan in just a moment.
Thank you very much, Tony. 3, 1 and 2 on race number 1 from Queanbeyan this afternoon. The favourite getting home in the selection as well. Now, and no third dividend for number 2, Canzona. Quinella, $3.90, trifecta, $9.30. Now, Tamworth behind the gates, slightly rain affected. And hello to the folks that are in the clubs and pubs right now out at Tomo's Gaming Lounge. Well done, hope you win something. Queanbeyan's next, though, punters around Australia, and it is $3.80 for number 1, Belmont Ben, 41 for Cedo Chances. Sheiky's at $7.70, 44 Spatilla, Cairns Kid 310, Christmas Chimes 12, Divine Filly at 12, number 8 Faces at $65, and then we have 78 Full Harvest, Gently Brave 99, My Blue Heaven at 10, Natural Nobility 22, Select Speed 37, and Travel the Summit at $31. That's for the next event coming through from Queanbeyan. They're moving in. There are the dividends at Geelong, 11, 10 and 2, Quinella 46.70, trifecta at $440 on race 3. Now let's take you to Tony for race number 2 at Queanbeyan. Now this sounds a bit like Terry Bailey to me in actual fact. Let's take you to the Bales, and here he is for the second at Queanbeyan on a day that's weather-wise quite a nice day, a little bit on the overcast side, but it has not rained for quite some time, about 17 degrees. Here's Terry.
And we're just about all set for the running of the second race today. The TAB favourite is Queanbeyan Kid, and number 5 reads out at $2.50 on the tote. We're waiting on Cedo Chances to move forward. Belmount Ben, number 1 at $3.80. He's a tote tumbler. Sheiky's a tote tumbler. Has met with support on track at $7.70. You'd like the $33 they're betting in Queensland at the moment. Queanbeyan Kid at $3.10. Divine Filly, number 7 at $12. And then we go over to the page for the other runners that are given a chance in the betting for the running of the Hiscott Saddlery Maiden Handicap. This race again over $14.60, and the best of the rest is My Blue Heaven at $8.10. Now the last of the runners moving in, and we're just about all set for the running of the second race from Queanbeyan. The starter moving around to his platform, and they're about to jump. Queanbeyan Kid is awkwardly drawn. He's jumping from 4 from the outside. Gently Brave and Full Harvest stood up well with Cedo Chances and Spotilla. Tour the Summit well behaved. They're racing, and near the inside, Full Harvest won the start. Natural Nobility came out very quickly, and so too did Christmas Chimes and Tour the Summit showing speed. Gently Brave and the gold colours moving up very smartly around the outside, and Faces with the orange cap on going forward. They were followed by Belmount Ben, then coming around the outside, Divine Filly. Queanbeyan Kids got well back in the field with My Blue Heaven Select Speed. They were followed by Spotilla. Near the tail is Sheiky, and 2 lengths away last of all Cedo Chances. Inside the 900 metres mark, this leader running along at a good tempo, Gently Brave. Led 2 lengths Faces, a length and a half Natural Nobility, Divine Filly the outside, a length and a half to Tour the Summit, being passed by Belmount Ben. Then came Queanbeyan Kid. He's wide on the track going forward, giving the leaders about 6 lengths. In front of him, Full Harvest. Then came Christmas Chimes, Select Speed, and My Blue Heaven are well back in the field. A margin of 2 or 3 lengths away then to Sheiky going up on the outside of Spotilla, and 2 lengths last of all Cedo Chances. On the bend, Gently Brave in front will turn by 2 lengths Faces. It's coming to the outside, and also Divine Filly the grey putting in a charge. Queanbeyan Kid, the favourite's been shunted very deep, and he's under pressure. Gently Brave at the 300 in front. Here's Tour the Summit on the outside. Faces and Divine Filly the grey still there. Tour the Summit's hit the lead now. Race to the front. Getting out late on the outside. Full Harvest running on pretty well, but it's all too late. Tour the Summit's a mile in front. Christmas Chimes ran to second, but Tour the Summit bolts in. Christmas Chimes second. Third is Full Harvest. They were followed by Queanbeyan Kid. The favourite had no luck from Divine Filly. Select Speed, Sheiky made up ground. Then came Gently Brave, Faces. Further back, My Blue Heaven. They were followed by Belmount Ben, Spotilla. Near the tail, Cedo Chances, and last of all, Natural Nobility. Good effort there by number 14, Travel the Summit, beautifully ridden by Bob Alyssa. He was out of the gates very quickly, went forward and then secured a lovely run just off the speed, and there was plenty of that in the early stages. And Travel the Summit has finished full of running. He's a 7-year-old gelding by only way to travel out of Rose of Summit, so he's beautifully named, and congratulations to the connections, Mr. R. Evans, for being so patient with this horse. A 7-year-old in a maiden race. He'd only had 4 starts prior to today, yet he's been able to rack up number 1, and trained by Michael Barton from Yass, ridden by Bob Alyssa. Number 14 is first, Travel the Summit. Second in the race, going to Christmas Chimes, the grey, who spotted a gap at about the 250 metres mark for special guest of the Queanbeyan Jockey Club, Scott Seamer, one of the top riders in Queensland, who's been riding in great form, and he got out on Christmas Chimes at the 250, but it was too late. Travel the Summit had established what was to be a winning break and has raced away to beat him. And third prize going to number 9, Full Harvest, who jumped away well from the inside, got back on the fence and made up ground in the straight. 3 lengths, a length and a quarter, the time 1:28.64. 1:28.64. The class record is 1:27.22 to Pride of Kildare. Tow dividends coming up shortly, but Travel the Summit approximately $22.30 and $5.70. Christmas Chimes $3. Full Harvest number 9 at $14.80. So if you've got that trifecta ticket with the numbers reading of 14, 6 and 9, I think you're going to have something to smile about, because it should pay well, in fact. The Quinella has paid $107.50. The Exacta $231.10, and the trifecta $9,481.60. Now, before I go, I'm under very strict instructions to send a cheerio to Colin Bob Mitchell up there at Umundy. Of course, Umundy famous for having that famous pub of theirs up there. It's a very big entertainment area that caters for a lot of tourists. And to Colin Bob, they've got Sky Channel there from Kerry Freebody and all of the team. They wish you the very best. Kerry says we're having a great day here at Queanbeyan today, and they're certainly part of the big coverage now on Sky Channel. And to Colin Bob sitting back, watching Sky Channel with all their fans there, I hope you can find a winner for the day. OK, we're standing by for more details after the running of the second race. The runner-up there, Christmas Chimes, a 5-year-old grey gelding by Chimes Square, trained by Amanda Langler and ridden by Scott Seamer. And third to Full Harvest by Sir Lawrence, trained by Brian Callaghan, ridden by Brian Carter. But Travel the Summit has been too good. It's certainly, well, you take your hat off to people like Michael Barton, who's had this horse now for, well, 3 or 4 runs prior to today. A 7-year-old gelding and a maiden. Generally, you think there's not much chance for them. But on that win today, certainly plenty more wins in store for Travel the Summit. Second going to Christmas Chimes. Into the clear, second run back from a spell. He's just about ready to win a race, this son of Christmas Chimes Square, I should say. And third going to Full Harvest. He began OK, got back on the fence and ran home fairly in the home straight.
I can tell you who was at the Queanbeyan races today. You saw him a bit earlier on, and that was Phil Gould, who's the Sydney City coach, who would absolutely be doing somersaults with their performance against the Knights last week. Phil Gould. With the Sydney City side having a week off now, and he's down there at the Queanbeyan races in New South Wales today. He enjoys a bit of a punt, does Gouldy, and he loves Sky Channel and he loves the racing, so I hope he's having a good day. Sydney City, and there's Phil now, actually. And he's talking to Frank Cleary, who's the top trainer in that region, and Frank was a bit of a footballer in his day himself. Gouldy, I got a bit of time for him. He was a South Sydney man for a while. OK, moving in at Tamworth right now. Let's take you there. And at Tamworth for race number 2, here's Bob.
Thanks very much, Nick. Well, the runners are about to be called up.
$481. Look what it paid on Super Tab in Queensland. Some big dividends there on the trifecta on 14, 6 and 9. Now, Warrigal, race number 2, here's on Bob. Now, Queanbeyan for race number 3, it's the maiden over 1,000. Here's Terry.
OK, Nick, and we're moving into line quickly here for the running of the third race, and there's only one they want. That's Let Her Rip Huey at $2.20, Jabberwocky at $4.20, but Let Her Rip Huey is all the rage and is clearly the best tip here on track. Now, the last couple moving in. The rider of Fay is out of the saddle at the moment, Jamie Late. She's a filly having her first race start to date. This race is conducted over 1,000 metres. They come, well, virtually down the side of the track before they run up the hill at about the 600. And then it's all downhill from about the 400 until they get to a dip at about the 200 and flatten out. Very picturesque little track here at Queanbeyan. It's a very rural setting and a very, very friendly club, very hospitable. And Scott Seamer is their special guest here today. Scott has been riding in wonderful form in Queensland. He's picked up a couple of big races along the way, and he's a special guest of the club, formerly from Ballina. And, of course, that is the place from where Joe Hines, the secretary-manager, had been working for the last few years before making his trip here to Canberra, to the Queanbeyan area. Now, we're waiting on Queen of Sorcery to move in. Most of these runners have been pretty well behaved. The favourite for the race, Let Her Rip Huey, is a 4-year-old bay mare by Select Prince. Brett Johnson rides. It's had 2 race starts, resuming from a spell, but look right up to the mark. Now, we're just about all set. Last 1 or 2 have moved in. Jabberwocky and Arthur's Charm stood up well. Faye's moved in after being troublesome at the start. And the starter now on his platform, and they're about to jump. 1,000 metres. Gates open, and Let Her Rip Huey came out of the gates running, hit the ground a length in front of Jabberwocky, Shelby County, and going fast, Royal Imperialist. Bonnie Viva not too far away on settling down. They were followed by Nettleton's Creek. Queen of Sorcery, Princess Maria, Fay getting back in the field from Go Joy. Well out of its ground, Intrepid Step, and Arthur's Charms back at the tail of the field. Racing up to the 450 metres mark, and on the inside, Let Her Rip Yui in front. Jabberwocky is worrying the daylights out of the favourite. 2 lengths away, third, Royal Imperialist on the inside of Bonnie Diva. They were followed 2 lengths away, Nettleton's Creek, then came Shelby County, and further back to Go Joy on the bend. And Johnson's about to get the favourite ahead. It's Let Her Rip Huey in front. At the moment, Jabberwocky a length away under pressure, and running on is Royal Imperialist, looking some sort of a danger. Inside the 100 metres mark, Royal Imperialist is coming after the leader. Let Her Rip Huey in front. Royal Imperialist trying to gun her down. Let Her Rip Huey's pulling plenty, still in front and will win. Let Her Rip Huey's won from Royal Imperialist. Third, Go Joy flying home from Nettleton's County. They were followed next of all in the field, making up some ground then by Shelton's County. They were followed next of all by Intrepid Step. Bonnie Diva well back. Jabberwocky tired past the line from Fay, then Arthur's Charm, Princess Maria, and Queen of Sorcery was last of all. Looked to be in trouble, the favourite, about the 150 metres mark, Let Her Rip Huey. Very interesting name. At $2 and $1.30 as Royal Imperialist moved up on the outside, and I thought for a fleeting second the favourite was in bother. It had a lovely run off the speed. Jabberwocky had taken the favourite on most of the way, but the fave's fought on too well here. Let Her Rip Huey with Brett Johnson throwing everything at this 4-year-old mare. Royal Imperialist lunging on the outside, but number 3, Let Her Rip Huey, is the winner. Second to number 11, Royal Imperialist. And third prize going to number 5, and that was Go Joy. They were really never in the hunt outside the first 3. They dominated coming to the bend. The winner on the tote, number 3, Let Her Rip Huey at $2 and $1.30. Number 11, second, Royal Imperialist at $2.50. And number 5, Go Joy at $1.90. The Quinella, $11 neat, exacta $12.90, trifecta $53.50, $53.50. Let Her Rip Huey just came out of the gates flying like a scalded cat, landed a length in front when the starter hit the release button for the gates to open. Showed plenty of speed. She was pestered by Jabberwocky on the outside, but Let Her Rip Huey got the better of Jabberwocky as they straightened up for home. And then Royal Imperialist with Bob Alyssa shooting for a double, had a beautiful trail behind the speed, got into the clear, and at the 100 metres mark looked a distinct possibility of getting past Let Her Rip Huey. But Amanda Langler has done a great job with this mare. She was first up today, and she was able to find plenty of resolve in the last 100 metres when the acid test was put to her, and she's fought on too well to win. A 4-year-old bay mare by Select Prince at a Brave Times, raced by D. Felshman, P. Mills, P. Buckley, J. Cousins, and Miss Amanda Langler, trained by Amanda and ridden by Brett Johnson. And Brett sent it his very best, very vigorous, the last 150 metres to get the favourite home. Second to Royal Imperialist, a 4-year-old bay mare by Space Cadet, trained by Archie Turner, ridden by Bobby Alyssa. And third prize in the race going to Go Joy, a 3-year-old bay filly by Rave Report out of Special Joy. Ron Hopkins, the rider, Fred Stanbury, and we stand by for fourth going in the race to Jabberwocky, and fifth home was going to number 8, and that was Nettleton's Creek. It was
Alrighty. Now, what we'll do is have a look at some late mail from Matt, and he likes number 5, Libra for Dale Spring. And Go Joy was third. Quinella, $11. Quinella, the trifecta, $53.50 on race number 3. Dr. Alphanas is showing at, now looking at Queanbeyan. Dionan's at even money, 15 for the River Dance. Prince Jammer at $8.30, 29 for Slimwood. Zadrina at $3.40, 26 for Glorious Note. Petite Sal at 20. Pocket of Dreams 37 and Touch More at 16 for race 4 at Queanbeyan. Alrighty, let's take you to Tony right now for race 4 at Queanbeyan.
Note, moving in. Yeah, thank you, Nick. This is the 4th at the Queanbeyan, the Amanda Langler Class 2 handicap. And they're moving in well. Dionian, the favourite on the totes. Out a little bit, $2.10. Now they're moving in well. Now, Le River Dance goes up towards the stalls. Pocket of Dreams, one of the Cleary runners in the race. Pocket of Dreams, trained by Frank Cleary, and Prince Jammer by Joe. Petite Sal's still out of line, and Slimwood yet to move in. A good crowd here today. Bit of cloud coming over, but still fine. And for a long time, we've got a good track. It's nice to see a good track for a change. This is the Amanda Langler Class 2, of course. Amanda Langler trained the previous winner, and she won the Queanbeyan title of the year. The leading trainer at the Queanbeyan track. And of course, Amanda's mother, Marion, is the president of the Queanbeyan Club. Now, waiting on Slimwood to move along, and we'll have a start. This is the fourth event of the day. Terry Bailey, our guest caller. Terry back to call races 5 and 6. He's down gargling at the moment. Now, the line is just about set. Slimwood goes up. This is race 4, Queanbeyan. Starter about to go up onto his ladder. He's not happy with something over there. Plenty of good country racing next week. Mudgee Monday, Goulburn Tuesday. Now they're all in. Racing and out very wide. Slimwood got away well, taken on by Zadrina down towards the inside, and Prince Jammer's prominent. In behind those, La Riverdance, followed then by Dionian back along the inside. Glorious Note is not too far away, followed then by Pocket of Dreams. Getting back in the field there, Petite Sal and Touche de Moors last of all. On settling down as they race down the back, and the leader was Prince Jammer. A length in front of, getting to second now, Claire Jog, Glorious Note. Down towards the inside, Zadrina, followed further back in the field, then La Riverdance. And the next one was Pocket of Dreams, well back as they race towards the turn. Slimwood followed then by Petite Sal. Now Dionian's a long way back on the turn, and Touche de Moor down towards the inside. Around the turn, 300 to go. Prince Jammer taken on now by Glorious Note on the outside. Zadrina down towards the rails, followed further back to Pocket of Dreams. And the next one was Slimwood, and Dionian well back under the whip. Inside the 200-metre mark, and Glorious Note has reached the lead. On the outside, Slimwood is coming quickly now. It's Slimwood out after Glorious Note. Glorious Note, Slimwood did best, and Slimwood has beaten Glorious Note. Now third, Zadrina, followed further back then Prince Jammer, then Touche de Moor. A long break behind those in the field. Pocket of Dreams followed then by La Riverdance. The next one was Petite Sal, and Dionian has finished stone motherless last. Very disappointing. Dionian did nothing whatsoever. Slimwood, $31.90 and $5.40. $31.90, $5.40 Slimwood, $4.20 Glorious Note, and $1.50 for Zadrina. Now, Slimwood is trained on the track here by Joe Janiak, ridden by Johnny Scorse. Not very often Jay Scorse rides a winner at those odds. A grey gelding 5 by Sanction out of Greenwood Girl, raced by J.A. Janiak, Ms. L. Johansson, R. Franklin, Ms. B. Kiriona, Mrs. S. and J. Blyton. Yes, Slimwood, number 5 is the winner. Trained on the track by Joe Janiak, Glorious Note second, Miffy Ray Queanbeyan and Grant McCarthy, and Zadrina third, trained at Warwick Farm by Steve Engelbrett, Luke Levy by Zeditive out of Corda. Well, the favourite, Dionian, very, very disappointing. Now, stand by. The numbers are official now. 5, 7, 6, 5, the winner, Slimwood, John Scorse, Joe Janiak, the trainer. Second, number 7, Glorious Note, Grant McCarthy. And third, number 6, Zadrina, ridden by Luke Levy. Fourth, number 4, Prince Jammer. And 10 was fifth in the race, Touche de Moor, ridden by Jamie Late. 5, 7, 6, 59.34 was the time, 59.34. $31.90 as the winner returns. A grey horse. Now let's see when it raced last. Slimwood, January 98. So earlier this year, it finished 5th in a field of 6 at Gundagai. It's now had 22 starts for 3 wins, 2 seconds and 5 thirds. And Johnny Scorse riding that winner, paying $31.90 and $5.40. Glorious Note $4.20. Zadrina $1.50. And the time for the race, just repeating the time, 59.34. The margins are half by 3.5. A half by 3.5. And we'll have more from Queanbeyan in just a moment.
Double for Johnny Scorse there. Good rider, isn't he? Rides a lot for Barbara Joseph. And Slimwood coming back at big odds in race number 4 at Queanbeyan. Now race 4 at Tamworth. Number 1 is Dr. Harrington, showing at 34. 2 Flying Hero at 4. You can see that the home straight there is completely waterlogged. It would be more a course for championship rowing than it would be for racing. And that's the reason why the Gunnedah Race Club have taken their meeting to Tamworth today. Quite amazing, isn't it, that you can have such extremes of conditions in only a matter of days. Hello, Wal, I hope you're well. We'll take a break and be back with Tamworth. Gunnedah. trifecta $2,611 on race 4 at Queanbeyan. Now, Warrigal updating the Mickey at 480 and Mulligandy's at 450. Here's Terry.
Sky.
All right, now moving in well, the Queanbeyan Class 1 handicap. French Love at $2.50. $4.80 for number 3, Lucky Mickey. Mulligandy's at $4.70. Bundu Boys at $9.90. That's for race 5. Moving in Queanbeyan race 5, here's Terry.
Lucky Mickey's rider is out of the saddle. Anytime you like, buddy. Moving in well. Thank you, Graham. We're just about all set for the running of the 5th race, where French Love number 1 is the favourite and is very firm at $2.40 and $1.60. Mulligandy at $4.60 for number 4, and number 3, Lucky Mickey at $5. The top weight looked in fabulous order going to the start, but the horse that caught my eye was Mulligandy in the mounting yard. He really looked forward. He's had only 6 starts. He's won 1 race, and that win was at this track. French Love, the favourites, had 17 starts and has only recorded 1 win. Mulligandy to be ridden by Scott Seamer today, by Chimes Square, trained by Frank Cleary here at Queanbeyan. But the favourite is French Love with Barbara Joseph, the trainer, with John Scorse in the saddle, carrying the cerise and the dark blue spots. Now, Mulcello and Lord Governor are about to move in, and Carla Lady at the moment is constituting a slight delay for the running of the 5th race. This race is over 1,200 metres, worth $5,000 in prize money as Lord Governor moves in. Bardu Boy stood up well. Carla Lady about to move up now. She's still riderless behind the gate. Convict Lass standing in nicely with Lucky Mickey and Bundu Boy, whose name I will eventually get right. Thank you, Tony Campbell. Now, Bundu Boy, the inside, and Convict Lass have similar colours on, with Convict Lass having a red and white corded cap. Now, Carla Lady looks like she's undergoing the eye of the vet over there. She's very restless moving onto the track. Honzier stood up well, former Victorian galloper. Now with Amanda Langler here at Queanbeyan, Brian Carter has the reins, hasn't raced since finishing down the track at Kilmore. That was behind Lord Grosvenor. Now they appear to be set. Starter is at his platform and the lights are switched on. French Love is the favourite. Starter moving right around to the platform. All set. Bundu Boy stood in well. Gates open, and Bundu Boy near the inside jumped away quickly. Lucky Mickey and Carla Lady out fast, and French Love deep out on the track, and the Cerise going speedily. Then came Glastonbury Thorn picking up ground over Convict Lady, and Mulligandy getting back in the field. Marcello's a long way back. Lord Governor up in front of him. Then came Fonzier, and last of all as they sweep off the back, Fontaine Bell at the 750 metres mark, and going to the front is Bundu Boy. He leads the way. Lucky Mickey second. French Love, the favourite, carded 3 wide on the track, settles third from Convict Lass, the fence. A length away in the field to Carla Lady. They were followed moving around them by Lord Governor. Further back in the field to Glastonbury Thorn. Mulligandy's a long way back in the field as they near the home corner. And then came Marcello, Fontaine Bell and Fonzier at the tail of the field on the bend. 400 metres to go, and Bundu Boy turns the corner in front. Got away. Straightened up by a length and a half on French Love on the extreme outside. Convict Lass, the stablemate to the leader on the fence, running on. Then Carla Lady and Glastonbury Thorn. And here's Lord Grosvenor right down the outside. Plenty of chances.